It is so great to have Barbara Walters back here on GMA. She has covered every big story, including the most infamous scandals and controversial criminal cases in the country. And now she's setting some new light on them in her new investigation discovery series, Barbara Walters Presents American Scandals.
I committed adultery. I did these things.
Don't ask me things like that.
They are some of the most memorable television interviews ever. The Menendez Brothers.
Just a normal kid.
Oh, Eric, you're a normal kid who killed your parents.
Robert Blake.
What's left for him to take? You gonna take my testicles and make earrings out of them?
Mark David Chapman, the man who killed John Lennon.
Why did you kill John Lennon?
I thought by killing him, I would acquire his fame.
And now, Barbara going back to those stories with revelations that may change your mind about these cases. She talks to the wife of John Lennon's killer, Gloria Chapman, in her first television interview ever.
Yes. He calls and says he plans to kill John Lennon. What did you think?
I didn't really believe him, that he was really going to do it.
Shares never-before-seen moments from her interview with Gene Harris.
Take those off when you...
I need
Leave
them.
And a story that's taken 20 years to tell. Whatever happened to Kimberly Mays, the baby who was switched at birth? She was 14 when Barbara first talked to her.
Don't you think when this is settled it'll be better, darling? Yes?
Then she disappeared for years. Wait till you see how her life turned out.
There were reports that you were a stripper.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
It's a series you won't forget. Barbara, it is lovely to see you again.
It is lovely to see you again, even though I'm talking about scandals. You want to tell me something?
Well, you tell us about the series.
You don't want to talk
I got
about
nothing to tell you right now. Next week.
Okay. It's a 9-part series. It starts on Monday, and it is scandals that I have talked about before, shown before, but we bring new material to it. Gene Harris, for example. Remember her?
Of course I do,
who
yeah.
killed Dr. Tarnower. And her sons say if she had behaved differently, she wouldn't have had to go to jail. So we revisit a lot of these cases. Jonbenet Ramsey.
That's tonight.
That's tonight. That's the little girl who was in the beauty contest, so perfect, murdered. And they've never found the killer. And for a long time, her father was the suspect.
Yeah, the police were convinced of that, but eventually they were exonerated. You have a little clip you're going to show us, right?
We'll see it now. Jonbenet would have been 25 this year. That's hard to believe. Do you think about what kind of a woman she would have been?
Mostly I think of her as a 6-year-old child that I remember.
When you see a 6-year-old playing in the park, do you...
Yeah,
do you get a catch in your throat?
Yeah, a little bit. Particularly if they're a little girl and blonde hair, and yeah, no, it does.
Wow, it's so hard to believe she'd be 25.
She would have been 25, but this totally, he's remarried and happy, we hope.
The killer never found.
They never found him, and he feels that the police bungled the whole investigation because they were so convinced, look at the father, he did it.
And the story of Patsy Ramsey, so sad as well.
She died of ovarian cancer, telling me that she was looking forward to seeing Jonbenet. He had a terrible time. He lost his house. People thought that he was guilty. He went bankrupt. It's only in recent years, and you'll hear it because we talked to him, that his life has come together. It was one of the most terrible scandals, and it still casts a shadow.
It did. It gripped so many people for so long, and everybody can tune in tonight at 10 p.m. to Investigation Discovery. Great to see you, Barbara.
Thank you, George.